I actually drove up from, I can't remember if it was Christiansburg or Blacksburg, so New River Valley, 1985. I was living there. I was working, teaching music at Roanoke College. And I was also, I'm a pianist. I was a member of the Kandinsky Trio. And at that time, there was a series at Roanoke College whereby they would bring in affiliate artists. And I was to meet an affiliate artist who was going to spend a week in Roanoke, and she was going to perform. We were performing together at Roanoke College, and she was going into the city schools and some of the county schools as well to present concerts. And I was her pianist. I was also her driver, apparently. And I drove up from New River Valley, and there wasn't any sign of any kind of weird weather down there, but when I came to pick her up, she was staying at the Holiday Inn, which is at Lakeside. And of course, Lakeside was totally different then. I picked her up. She had the most expensive cello that I had ever heard of or seen in my life. It was a 17th century maker, and it's very rare cello. And we put that in the back of my almost brand new 1985 Toyota Corolla. And we were going to cross Mason Creek from the Holiday Inn to go back to Roanoke College and get established, show her the venue and all of that. And then we had some schools to go to. So we put the cello in the back seat, and I start driving, and we go past what used to be the Kroger's, which is now the Goodwill. And I see the front doors open, and a crowd of people are coming out into a very flooded parking lot, maybe 3 or 4 feet of water. And the women, we all wore dresses then pretty much. The women had their dresses hiked up above their knees to get out. And I thought, well, that's weird. And we got to about to cross Mason's Creek, and it was a backup. Cars were really slow. And as I watched, I saw a Volkswagen floating down the creek. And I looked at her, I looked at that cello, I looked at the traffic in front of me, I thought about my car, which was a manual transmission, and I thought about how I really didn't want to lose my new car or this very expensive cello. So I actually stopped, turned around, we went back to the Holiday Inn, and I tried to get a phone, call my husband in Blacksburg, Christiansburg. Of course, he had no idea there was anything like this going on. And I was all worried that it was very local and that we really needed to be somewhere else and that we were going to be late. But once we started seeing helicopters flying over Lakeside, and we actually saw a rescue, we actually saw somebody being pulled out with a helicopter during the day. I ended up staying there that day. I did not get home. I think it was the next day before I got home. That's pretty much what I remember. Very frightening to think, that it could have gone another way. And I don't know what gave me the presence of mind to decide not to. I think it had a lot to do with that cello. It was such a valuable instrument. And we had just met, and I wanted to make sure I did the right thing. So pretty glad I did. It's so much devastation. And now that I live in Salem, or in the county, I've seen so much of what can happen with that kind of natural disaster.